Hey there, comic book fans, or should I say, dice fans. Because what I have for you today is a box opening, or maybe a bag opening. This is another one of my collections, or that might be too strong a term, more of an accumulation of various dice. I started getting dice in the early 90s, and there's a store, I think it's still there in Manhattan, called The Complete Strategist. It's a gaming store. We used to go there and buy our Magic the Gathering cards. And they also had dice of various kinds. And so I used a lot of these dice back. I used to shoot little still lives, photography wise. So I'd use some of this dice and stuff in photography. And now I have these. Usually there's only one of them. This one's on top of this one because they're in these giant Rubbermaid containers. And and they're next to my easy chair. So as I sit there and watch TV, I make color patterns with the dice. Sometimes on the arm of the chair, sometimes in between my fingers. So I'll sit there watching TV going, there's that blue one, there's that blue one, there's that blue one. Just play. I don't roll them or anything. I just make color patterns. So you have to line them up a certain way. Let's see, where's another blue one? You can go for the textured dice, you can go for the colored dice. Line them up by 5s, by 6s. Oh, let's see, let's get green yellow on this hand. That's what I sit there and do as I watch TV for no particular reason, except I like to make patterns of color. And it's funny because I can remember when I got, like, these ones were from the early 90s. These ones are from just a few years ago. So a lot of times I can remember where the dice came, and sometimes here is some of the extras, and I buy them now in these. You can buy them in these sets, or else like sometimes I buy a poundo dice you can get for like $20, and it's got like the flawed dice in there too. I actually have one die that has like 2 5s and no 4 on it. Sometimes I get the smaller ones, but not as often because they don't mix in as well here. And these ones are of course all the Dungeons and Dragons type dice. 6-sided, 20-sided, 12-sided, 10-sided. Got some, what are these? Oh, these are the casino dice over there. And these are dragon dice, which was a game in the early 90s, maybe mid-90s. Dragon dice, I think TSR put it out. I haven't played it since the 90s. You roll, they're elf dice and I don't know, orc dice and whatever dice, and you roll them at each other, and there's 5 arrows, there's 6 swords, so it's it's for fighting with. Here's one of the little bag of dice I bought that has the complete sets of what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess there's 6 of one and 7 of the other, but that's the complete set of the D&D type dice that you'd need for play the D&D. Not that I actually have played D&D in a long, long time, but I've got plenty of dice ready for it. So, giving you a little look at my dice. Oh, I like these ones too. I bought these a few years ago. These were just sort of fantasy dice with numbers on them. But I recently got a set of mystery dice. I have no idea what this is really. I paid like $10 plus shipping for it. Well, I'm not cutting through anything. Oops, I did cut through something. I cut through their ad. Skull Splitter. Let's see what these dice are, because I have no idea. I think they come in a little bag. There we go. Skull Splitter dice. I think this is a set of the D&D dice. Plus, I think there's one metal die in here. Let's see what we get. Mystery dice. That one's heavy. That one. Oops, I just dropped it. What was it? This. So I guess these are our mystery set. These 5. Nothing particularly special about them. I probably have all types of them in here. Let's see. That's a different yellowish one. And these will, watch this, we'll just tip those into there, never to be found again in terms of that. They weren't a set, so they don't have to be. Well, this one is heavy. So that's what, a 10-sided die, and that's metal. That's a heavy piece of metal. Oh, look, there's a dead ant on my thing. Pretty. 50. 50. 50. I rolled 3 50s in a row. That's a nice heavy metal die. I'll have to find a special place to put that one. I don't know where, but I wonder if we could roll it like a top too, because it's metal. Not quite, but I do like that metal one. I think the metal ones are more expensive, of course, than the plastic ones. Then let's open up this purple plastic set. This is purple and blue. I think I have a set kind of like these of 6-sided. I got 6 in here. Oh, we got 7. Pardon me. That's I think the complete D&D set is a 6-sided, an 8-sided, 2 10-sided. So you can roll these together and it makes 100. Like right there's 03. There's 54. There's should be a 10 and a 16. That would be 85. So you need those 2 10-sided. And you of course got a 3-sided or 4-sided. Pardon me for those. And this is a 20-sided and a 12-sided. I like that color. It's kind of like some color I've gotten here. Let's see. It's kind of like that purplish, but there's a little more. I think the one I have is purple and black. This is more purple and blue. But I like that set. We're going to keep this set in this bag so I know it's all together as a set. We'll stick that back in here. I'm going to leave this metal one on my desk. That way I can pick it up and on my drawing table. I can pick it up and play with it anytime I want, because that was pretty cool. It's nice and heavy. Alright, there you go. Little look at some dice, little box opening of the, who was this? Skull Splitter? There. Skull Splitter dice. I think they actually advertised on Instagram, and I was like, I'll visit us at skullsplitterdice.com, even though I chopped up their card opening the. All right, you guys all have a good week out there.